Hi, Garrett Rowe here again with Travis, and we are going to address the second most popular question that I get, and I talk ad nauseum about it. I know you do too, about when do you deploy the decoy? And that is also a loaded question because just be honest, if you were going to ask us best case scenario, and if all things were like how we would want it, if we could draw it up, it would be somewhere between that 60 to 75, 80 yard range. That just seems to be that magic bubble right there.
Right. Yep. I agree 100%. So if you get any closer than that, you're obviously already in bow range, and if you can get there, that's great. If you want to incorporate the decoy at that time, that's your business. But we like to try to get inside 100, around the 80 mark, just because we feel that being that far away isn't too intrusive right off the bat, and it will allow the deer to analyze the decoy at a comfortable distance without being surprised. But also, it's close enough that we've found that they feel comfortable to come in and either scent check or
we're threatening or we're an easy target.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for a mule deer, hey, it's no big deal to run over there and scent check her. Or for a whitetail, oh, that's close enough. I've got my doe here, back off. So that's what we like to key in on.
So 60 yards, 60, 100. I will tell you though that so we both know that deer don't like to be taken by surprise. So don't crawl up to 20 yards and pop this thing up at them. They're gonna shag ass out.
Yep.
That's just, every time I've done it that way, they've gone. Mm-hmm. I will tell you that, yes, this decoy's handheld. My last option is to walk at them with the decoy where they can see it. So whenever you're, like, if you can't get to that 60 yard mark or whatever that we call that magic zone, maybe it's 150, maybe it's 200, maybe it's, whatever, okay, 300. Don't show them the decoy until you're at your spot.
Yep.
Do not do that. Do not show them the decoy from too far out and then walk in thinking that you're going to just get a 20-yard shot. It's just not going to work.
Yep. He's referring to, don't just be the statue walking straight in with, behind the decoy thinking that you've got this magic wand and they're just going to accept you. It's best to, like he said, get as close as you can, around the 60 yards being the closest. Sometimes it might be 200. Maybe there's a big, open area that you just can't get any closer. I would take my chances and get that thing up and make something happen. If it's a whitetail, do some grunting, anything like that. Start mixing in the vocalizations with it. Yeah. If it's a mule deer doe, get that thing popped up. And I've sat for an hour or two, and sooner or later, a buck will get up out of their bed. They would have seen the decoy an hour before, and finally they realize that I'm, as the decoy, not going to go over to them, and they've just had enough. Their patience is, had it. So they just want to come check out who's new in town. So anyway, don't feel like you're out of the game ever.
Yeah, and if you don't get a reaction, that's not bad.
No.
It just means that you've got decisions to make sometimes. And
they've accepted you. Yeah. If you don't get a negative reaction, and rarely we do, they've accepted you. Maybe you need to, either sit and wait, or maybe you back out, come in from a different angle, give it to them with a slightly different approach, and it might strike their curiosity that time. I've seen things not work when I thought they should have, and I've seen really dumb things work when I didn't think there was a prayer. So don't give up, keep trying, back out, come in a different way, just keep at it.
Yeah, and that, when we go back to the buck decoy, one of the things that I've always said, man, if you haven't ever heard a bugling elk, you need to hear a bugling elk, and that's true. And I've always thought that that's one of the coolest things that you can experience as a bow hunter. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to back off of that a little bit. And it isn't just because I designed the decoy, but it's a unique experience for heads-up decoy. When you have the whitetail buck and you snuck in, and he's bedded up with locked down with the doe, and it's just him and the doe, and you get in there and you present the decoy, show him, and he wants to march you off, and seeing him posturing in, bristled up, ears back, you can hear him making funny noises with his mouth, small grunts, maybe even snort wheeze, and you're at eye level with a mature buck in open country potentially. You know, it's one of the coolest experiences there is. And I don't know, I can't explain it. I love it, and I'm addicted to it.
We were just talking the other day, and it was, okay, again, a bugling bull elk in your face is one of the most awesome experiences as a bow hunter, and that is completely accurate. However, if I had the choice of, you know, an extremely old, mature whitetail buck down here in my face, coming in dripping, you know, snot off his mouth, you know, watching his tongue, you know, lick his chops to come in, ears back, and eyes glazed over, it's looking out. You know, you've seen some of the moose videos where they're kind of like their eyes are almost rolled back in their head. That's how these bucks react. They come in, they're aggressive, they're angry. That experience at eye level is one of the most exhilarating things I've ever witnessed. So, and I've had the elk thing happen, and I've had the whitetail thing happen. I don't know which one I would choose. So,
it's amazing. It's a lot of fun. You just need to keep your wits about you.
Right.
I mean, you know, because you can kind of get caught up in the moment, forget about your shot. But soak it in, you know.
Enjoy.
And I can tell you that, like, that 60-yard mark with a buck and a doe, I mean, we talk about it just a little bit. A whitetail buck's desire to guard his and defend and to keep his girlfriend, his prize, we're taking complete advantage of that, and the percentages of you getting a close shot in that scenario are like way up. And when it happens, if you're lucky enough, you can, it's not hard to get to 60 yards, people.
No.
It isn't. Even 80, whatever. You grunt, snort, wheeze, get their attention. He sees, the first thing he sees is big antlers, the white ones. He's going to see red, and he's going to stomp right in. So keep your composure.
Always have an arrow nock.
Always have an arrow nock. Never show the decoy unless you're ready.
Yes, because it can happen very quickly. I've seen them sprint in, and I've seen them stand up and not do anything until the doe decides to get up and maybe go a certain direction, and then they finally get mad enough. But so just be ready. Again, don't show the decoy until you've got everything around you in a position where you're ready for a shot.
You're ready to shoot.
Right.
Yeah, do not show it. And it's one of the coolest experiences there is. I love it. I'm addicted to it, and I mean, I've shot little deer because I'm just like so caught up in the moment, you know. So to kind of summarize everything we just talked about, there's no right answer, but if you can get inside 100 yards before you present that thing, try to do your best to work the train, get in as close as you can around that 60-yard range, get it popped up. Don't be afraid to pop it up if you can't get any closer. You never know what can happen. That's right.
So just stay aggressive, and it's the rut.
Yeah, that's right.